voice from the city of Baker in Louisiana. On March 30th, 2019, Baker, Louisiana Mayor proclaims God the Father has ordained men and women to establish our fair city unto his purpose and for his glory, giving liberty to those who hear his voice and obey, bringing them in fullness of life and productivity, and further proclaim Baker is a city unwilling to settle for good when the best can be achieved, striving for the best in unity and equality in our city government, citizens, churches, businesses, and educators. And whereas we believe at the time of said proclamation, our city, country, and state will be places of unprecedented growth in businesses, commerce, and education, for which we give God the glory and thanks. And whereas we seek continued strong relations with our city government, with our citizens and churches, businesses and educators, allowing Bakers, young and old, to fulfill their destinies, and allowing the United States of America to continue to be a beacon of light in the entire world. And whereas we believe when the authorities that God has appointed come together in unity and love, God's favor and blessings, presence, and power will cause the city of Baker to prosper, flourish. Psalm 133, 1 and 3. And whereas we desire to have true God-ordained prosperity and growth in our community, with foremost being to have God's will done on earth as it is in heaven. Matthew 6, 9 and 13. Now, therefore, we, your people, humbly appeal to you, the judge of the universe, for favor by prayer, petition, and with thanksgiving, to influence our city government, citizens, churches, businesses, and educators. Furthermore, in seeking unity and peace, safety, prosperity, growth for our city, state, and union, we humbly request your favor and divine intervention to assure that your truth and justice will manifest the growth of every person represented herein. And furthermore, we beseech you for your wondrous, almighty protection of our city government, citizens, churches, business, educators, to guard us from every evil force and danger. Furthermore, because it's only through your divine intervention and grace that Baker Ford will be built, we hereby proclaim and pray that people everywhere will come to grant this city of Baker, Louisiana, foresee great prosperity, love, unity, and partnership with the five powers of authority, which are city government, citizens, churches, businesses, and educators. As all of Baker's authorities unite, God's blessings will manifest in all areas of this republic. So be it resolved that I, Darnell Waits, the mayor of the city of Baker, government of East Baton Rouge Parish, do hereby encourage the citizens of Baker to join me in agreement to move Baker forward. Done at the city of Baker this day. Signed, Darnell Waits. You guys, this is a beautiful thing. I am really excited about it. I'm excited what God is going to do in our beautiful city. And I'm asking you to come out and pray with us. Let's join our prayers together on October the 5th, 2019. Come out and we're going to pray in every street in this city. And we want everybody to come out and join us. And we want you to pray until we get to that day so we can get everybody walking the streets of Baker. So God can bless us. God can give us the promise that he told us about in 29:11. If we just seek him with all our heart, he will bless us. Thank you. I'll see you then.
Hello, Baker. It's your mayor. I hope that you enjoyed the video that we just played for you at the opening of the show. This month's show is about the Canopy of Prayer and how serious we are about this event that's coming up. And I want you to get to understand the significance of that event that's coming up. With me to this evening on the show, I have Miss Michelle Woods, Elder Michelle Woods, Hey there.
Hey, Mayor.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you
and we
again.
talked about this before.
Yes.
All right. What do you think about the video?
I love the video, Mayor. It shows exactly what it is that we're doing here in Baker and what we're expecting God to do on October the 5th and the vision that we have for one day, one city, one prayer.
Yes. See, you guys, this is all started because we were praying for the pastors to have something to do. And you guys heard me talk about this before, and we were bringing the pastors together, about 15 to 20 pastors. And after we talked about the normal stuff that you talk about with the mayor, economic development and things, I kept asking God, you know, what can I do with these men, have all this talent, what can we do to bring them together? And Elder Woods was a part of that, and she came back to me probably about 2 or 3 weeks later after the last meeting, and she told me that she had something that she wanted to share with me. And so share with the audience, our viewers out there, what was going through your head and what God told you.
Okay, yes. What God showed me, Mayor, was a day that the entire city of Baker can come together in prayer.
Right.
Across denominations, across beliefs and all sorts of issues, across even across political arenas.
Right.
That we will come together for one day of unified prayer. And what God was showing me was when we come together in prayer, when we are unified, that's when God commands the blessing.
Right.
And so as we are unified in Baker, we believe that God will command the blessings of Baker. Every business, every home, every individual in Baker shall be blessed because of the unity.
Because of that. And so you were kind of afraid to bring it to me. Why were you afraid to bring it to me?
Well, because I really like to stay in the back, Mayor.
Right.
And I just didn't want to bring it to you because I knew what that would mean,
Right.
that I would have to walk it through.
That's right.
And so,
Yeah.
and so I was really, really apprehensive about doing that. So I actually asked one of your employees
Right.
to talk with you, but he wouldn't let me go with that.
Right.
So when I spoke with you, you were very receptive because I believe God had already prepared your heart
Right.
for what it is that he wants to do in Baker.
Right. It was a great thing. I just, at that particular time, I didn't really understand it until you guys started working it and going through with it. Tell me where we are with this now as we get close to the date.
Okay. Where we are right now, Mayor, is we have churches on board in Baker. We're coming together in a unified effort to begin to walk the streets of Baker on October the 5th. That's what we're doing right now. So we're meeting with the pastors, we're meeting with them on a consistent basis, and we're organizing the churches to come together and walk the streets, individuals as well, and even some business owners have signed up to at least pray inside of their businesses on that day.
On that day. So you guys, tell us about the zones and what's going on with the zones and what type of, what are we going to be doing in the zones?
Okay, good question, Mayor. Well, we divided the city of Baker into 6 zones.
Okay.
Each zone has a zone leader that is responsible for contacting all of the churches within that zone.
Right.
And so what we're going to do on October the 5th, we're going to meet up at the Municipal Center at 8 o'clock a.m. And then at 8:30, we're going to disperse into the various zones in Baker. And at 9 o'clock, we're going to begin to walk the zones of Baker. We believe if we have it sectioned off in zones, we will be able to effectively cover every street of Baker in prayer.
Okay. Great idea. So now, I know that it was a task to get all those pastors together to be able to get this going, and we're getting close to it. Now we're under 30 days here. What has that experience taught you?
Patience.
Patience.
Yes, sir. And persistence,
And
because most pastors are very busy.
Right.
And so you have to be patient with them
Right.
and persistently communicate and contact them to move the vision forward.
Right. How hard has it been to get the pastors to not think about their church and to think about what we're doing as a whole?
It has not been hard, actually, as in that regard,
Right.
because God has been, believe it or not, working with individuals' hearts in Baker prior to we speaking about the vision of the canopy of
Right.
prayer. So I believe that many pastors in Baker were already ready to come together in a unified effort. This was just a mechanism that God has used to get us to this point.
Yeah, this is it's been awesome. We just showed the video on the 5. What does he? It's the 5 that the bishop came up with. Kind of explain that. We got a little time to explain that.
The areas of influence. You see, there are
Right.
areas in influence, Mayor, that we can take authority over. Those areas are government, family, business,
Right.
churches. These areas of influence, we the church can take authority over these areas of influence and declare what God has said about these areas. And so that's what we're doing at the Canopy of Prayer. We're declaring what God has said about these areas of influence, and we're going to stand on that until God manifests what He has for the government of Baker, for the businesses of Baker, for the citizens, for the schools of Baker, and for the future of Baker.
Good deal. All I've ever wanted from this whole experience was to create unity. And at the end of the day, that's what we've done. We've created the unity with our own pastors, the people
Absolutely.
who shepherd our people. And I'm really, really excited about that. But this is going to be something that has never been done before in East Baton Rouge Parish. We know it has been done in Mobile, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
And so you've spoken to them. So what
Yes.
words of encouragement have they given us?
Oh my God, Fred and Barbara Redding has been extremely helpful with undergirding this vision for the city of Baker.
Right.
They have helped along the way with guiding us and really answering any questions. They've been extremely supportive for the vision of Baker to come to pass, as a matter of fact. They've sown into this vision financially and spiritually and also putting their hands in the plow.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
all the work. I want to really thank all the pastors for everything. We're gonna go and we're gonna get this done. We're gonna have a good time. You put in a lot of work. The deal is that you are elder. You are the female over a flock of male pastors, so you've done a great deal, and I applaud you on that. But it just lets you know that God puts in charge who He wants to put in charge,
Yes, sir.
and because of that anointing, you've been able to do this. So you guys, if you hear me, if you're listening to me, look, we are really, really serious about unity. This has nothing to do with politics at all. It's about coming together and doing something together and bringing people and their families together and just praying together under one God. On Sunday, those churches will be full. People will go to those churches and they'll have a good time. When we come out on Monday, we have to bring something out of that church into our communities, or we're going to lose our communities. And so that's what this is about. And so if you can't bring pastors together, how can you bring anybody else together? So I'm serious about this. So if you're watching this, make sure that you tell somebody that we're going to come together on October the 5th. We're going to meet at City Hall at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then we're going to go pray. And then we're going to come back to City Hall. And then we're going to thank God for that. We're going to rally up. We're going to have a program for you. But we're going to be obedient to what God wants us to be. No more, no less. We're just going to do exactly what God asks us to be and what they want us to do.
Yeah, if I can just tag a little bit on
Yes,
that
sir.
praise rally,
That's
Mayor,
right.
I really want to invite everyone to the praise rally as well, because at 12 noon, we're going to come back at 3325 Groom Road and have a praise rally with a
Right.
unified community choir
Right.
with Baker churches.
Right.
We're just going to have a time of praise, prayer, and worship and fellowship. And so we really want everyone to come out for the praise rally as well.
Unified choir.
Yes, sir.
Which means that you got people from all the choirs, from all the churches,
Yes, sir.
from Baker.
Yes, sir.
Y'all hear that? Talking about a unified choir. We're not talking about just one. We're talking about everybody being together under Baker. Man, that's God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You guys, look, I got to go and I got to pay off a couple of bills. I hope you got it. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana by Home Security Advisor, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Hey, Baker, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that first segment. But now I want to move on a little bit. We're going to stay basically on the same subject, talking about prayer. I have with me one of our biggest supporters of the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast, that is the annual prayer breakfast that we have every year. I have with me in the studio this evening, and you guys probably know him, Mr. W.T. Winfield of WTAA Engineers. Hey, sir. Thank you for being on the show.
Okay.
Good deal. Look, I just wanted to ask you something. Just tell us a little bit about the company, because you've been in business for a long time, and so tell us a little bit about the engineering firm that you're over.
Thank you, Mayor, first for having me. Stress the need of our community knowing about prayer.
Right.
It's something that I've known about for a long time.
Right.
My trust in God has delivered me through a lot of situations. But most of all, we are now operating a engineering, multidisciplinary engineering firm. We're thankful to you and to your former mayor of Baker for giving us an opportunity to do work in the city of Baker.
Right.
And we're just so happy to stress the importance of prayer in the community. We were more than happy to sponsor, co-sponsor, assist you in your prayer breakfast for the city of Baker. You know, I come up knowing that the city of Baker was the first city in this area to have a prayer breakfast.
That's right.
And you just following in the tradition that we're so proud of.
That's right.
And we're thankful for you and thankful for your guidance and your leadership. And we look forward to a very successful canopy of prayer in Baker and throughout the community. We need it.
We need it.
Yes,
we
indeed.
need it. I remember years back when I first met you, Mr. Winfield. I was, and I'm still a member, and I don't know whether you're there or not. It's been a minute since I've been there. Bishop probably going to say something about it, but I remember seeing you at Living Faith, always sitting up at front, always being faithful, and always just being a part of what was going on there. But I do want to thank you and your company for always being there for us. But just tell me real quick about the prayer breakfast. What did you get out of the prayer breakfast this time? What blessed you the most about the prayer breakfast this time?
The most important thing that I got out of the prayer breakfast was the announcement and the encouragement of other mayors coming with you to stress that the city of Baker is going to have a canopy of prayer.
Right.
And I just say, wait a minute, we didn't come from just having a prayer breakfast in the city of Baker to actually having prayer go out throughout the city of Baker, praying at every corner, at every resident. What a blessing.
That's right.
And I just thought that was great. And that's the main thing I got out of this year's prayer breakfast.
Well, I appreciate you for your donations. It helps. That prayer breakfast, it really blesses a lot of people that come there, and it was started by Pete Heine, and you know Pete, years ago.
Yes.
And we want to thank you for always supporting us, and we look forward to you coming again. We look forward to continue doing business with you, and so thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
And tell your lovely wife I said hello.
Yes, I will.
Right.
And I'll also tell the pastor.
Yeah, you tell the pastor.
Living Faith Christian
tell
Center.
Bishop
Thank you very
Johnson.
much.
We say
All
her.
right.
So look, you guys, we got some famous people here. Everybody know Mr. Winfield. He's been around for a long time. He's been an activist. He's worked with NASA. He's done a lot of things. So I just want to thank him for being on the show. And I got to go pay some bills, and I'll be right back.
If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport. It's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business, moving forward together.
Hey, Baker, welcome back. We're moving forward with the show. We're just having a great time. We're still talking about the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast and the Canopy of Prayer. And with me, we have the company that donated the most money to the prayer breakfast, which means they were the biggest supporter of the prayer breakfast. They had the biggest table at the prayer breakfast. And we have a representative here from General Informatics by the name of Delvin J. Zito. Did I pronounce that right? Because I'll mess it up.
It's close enough.
That's close enough. I'm glad to have you on the show. Thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I just found out that you're an attorney too, huh?
That's true.
That's true.
Good, bad, or indifferent, that's true.
That's good to do. Okay, so look, tell us a little bit about General Informatics and what do you do there?
So my role is executive vice president, so I help in multiple areas of the company. And so we are an IT company, so we do lots of IT services, so IT support, help desk, programming work. We do data and voice cabling, phone systems. We sell and service computer-related hardware, and general technology consulting is who we are.
And so, how long have you guys been in business?
We have been in business since 2001 is the start date of the company.
Right, and I talked to the CEO, and you guys have been doing business in Baker since 2012?
At least 2012, yes, sir. It's we do work for the Baker Police Department, and so
Right.
we were their entire IT department. So primarily, our job is to protect their systems.
Right.
And obviously the police department deals with sensitive data.
Right.
So we want to make sure that they stay protected from all of the cybersecurity issues that are out there. So the systems we provide are secure.
Right.
And then we provide backup and disaster recovery services for that as well. In addition to the making sure that IT is there to produce efficiency. So our job is to give systems that are going to enhance the day-to-day operations of what the police department's going to do.
Okay, you guys made a huge donation to this year's prayer breakfast. It was good. I mean, we can charge what we charge at the door, which is little or nothing, and a lot of times the donations we use to buy the tickets for the seniors and the elders. I know the CEO, and I know he's really a good man. What is his thoughts? What is his philosophy on prayer, and why did you guys support the way you supported it?
Well, General Informatics has always been a community-minded organization.
Right.
And obviously our community here in South Louisiana, but especially here in the Baker area and the
Right.
Baton Rouge and surrounding areas, the people of this region are committed to their faith.
Right.
And so as a company, we want to support that as well.
Right.
And so it's important to us to be committed to the community and to be community-minded in those things.
Yeah, that was a huge deal when you can get a company to come out and support you like that. I was really excited when he called me and when we looked at it. I was like, wow, that was a big deal there. We've been to a couple of functions over with you guys.
Sure.
Really diverse crew. You have young, old, people from different countries, all over the place. It seems like a fun environment where he allows people to be themselves and people of faith could actually work there and be happy. Is that the kind of environment that you guys have there?
It is. It's a very well-rounded group of people.
Right.
I've met a lot of people there myself who are committed to their faith as well.
Right.
And I mean, being a Christian myself,
Right.
Faith's important to me, and so
Right.
to be able to not only practice my faith on my personal time, but to be able to be who I am every day in a company is important too.
Well, that's a good deal. So now, how do you pronounce your last name?
Zito.
Zito. Okay, you guys get it right, because I told you I'll mess it up sometimes. Zito. Listen, Mo would be proud of you because you've represented this company well on this show, and I appreciate it. And I want you to go back and let him know that thank you for being there for us, because our faith is important here in Baker. And we want people to know that as an elected official. I'm not afraid of that, to let people know what our faith means and who we are. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And welcome back. And don't forget about the Canopy of Prayer on October the 5th. You guys are always welcome to come and pray with us.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, look, Baker, we'll be back. We got a few minutes left. Let me go pay some bills. Thank you.
The Canopy of Prayer is a movement of God that was started in Mobile, Alabama. God has placed this on the mind of Mayor Darnell Waits to use prayer as a tool to unify the city of Baker. The Canopy of Prayer is a vision designed to make sure that the entire city of Baker is covered in prayer for one day. The date is Saturday, October the 5th, 2019. We hope you join us. Please log on to the website, canopyofprayerbakerla.com, to sign up and pray. See you then.
Welcome back. And look, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. But what we're going to do now, we're going to let Elder Woods take us out of here and tell us what's going on in the month of October. It's yours.
All right. Well, Mayor, we're so excited that we're having our annual Baker Chambers Award on October the 24th, Thursday. We're going to have networking from 6 to 7 p.m. and actually 7 to 8 p.m. Our banquet will commence. We're going to have great food, networking. You will hear from our very special guest speaker, Carrick Jackson, who is the head coach of Southern University baseball team. He actually received the Coach of the Year last year award. So you can purchase your ticket by contacting Paula, the Chamber of Commerce, 225-412-4311.
What else we got going on in the month of October, Ms. Woods?
All right, and finally, Mayor, we have our, this is really exciting for the kids.
Right.
We're having our Baker Police Department and the City of Baker presents the 3rd annual Treat Street Thursday, October the 31st, 2019. Bring out the kids on Halloween night for some fun, food, and safe enjoyment as our Baker Police Department and the City of Baker serve our kids with some treats, entertainment, and live fun. So the Baker Police, City of Baker, Baker churches, Baker businesses, and organizations will come together in unity to make certain our kids have a good time. 3325 Groom Road. You don't want to miss it. 6 to 8 p.m.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that for closing us out tonight. I do want to thank some people here. Look, we got people that's behind the scenes that really work hard for us at the City of Baker. Pastor Cedric Murphy is behind a lot of the stuff that goes on here. He helps direct the show. And then the people here at MeTV, they do a great job here and always helping us. So when you see Pastor Murphy out there, give him a pat on the back because he puts a lot of stuff together to get this show going on. And we want the show to be perfect. We want to get the information out to you. Look, we've given you a lot of information today, but it was really all about the canopy of prayer, and it was about prayer. And we want you to get that word out. Just come see us on October the 5th. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to start at 8 o'clock. So make sure we are doing the show on a more regular basis now. But when we see you out there and you tell us that you see the show, we really appreciate that. We thank you for watching the show. We thank you for the support that we're getting. But we ask you to continue to pray for our city. Pray for the citizens in our city. Pray for the citizens in East Baton Rouge Parish. And let's all join our prayers together to pray for all our elected officials, the governor, the mayor of Baton Rouge, and all the other elected officials, that we can come together in unity in the name of Jesus. Love y'all. Have a great evening.